Maureen, Atticus9799. Hope you're all having a good night. It is Wednesday night, and tonight I'm doing what's for dinner. Tonight we're having barbecue chicken and oven fries and coleslaw. I did not make the coleslaw. I stopped by KFC because that's our favorite coleslaw, and I bought a big tub of it, and that's what we're going to have for our vegetable. So let's get started. Now the first thing I'm going to do, I have my organic chicken breasts, and I'm just going to put them in my measuring cup, and Sissy isn't going to help us. I like to do this because I'm going to get the potatoes ready, but while this is happening, I want these to marinate for just a little while. This is our, use your favorite barbecue sauce. If you have a homemade one that you like to use, go ahead and use it. And we're just going to stir this up. Let me grab a fork. We're just going to mix these up real good in here. And try not to have it run down the side. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to let that sit there so that it marinates. And then we're going to turn our attention to our potatoes. First, let me put a little olive oil once around the bottom of my pan. And I'm going to set it to just medium-low and get that pan nice and warm so we can start cooking in a minute. Alright, so no special potatoes, it's whatever your favorite is. We're just going to wedge them up. Okay. So this is another one of those meals. I haven't made this in a long time actually. But it's super simple. And the potatoes and the chicken take about the same amount of time to cook. Now you can do your chicken in the oven if you want. You can do them right next to your potatoes. And then you'd have the meal come out all at one time. You could have it with a green salad. You could have it with your favorite vegetable. Tonight I just really felt like having coleslaw because it sounded like a really yummy meal. It sounded like a great thing to go with it. So wow, this potato is really big. So I'm going to cut these up into 2 extra. And it's just the 4 of us. I may not cut up all these potatoes. But everybody likes these oven fries. And they're super simple. And they virtually cook themselves. That one's kind of fat too, so I'm going to cut that one. Sometimes I make these with fresh rosemary from my garden and crushed up cloves of garlic, and it is delicious. So, well, maybe I'll go ahead and do them all. If they're left over, we can make fried potatoes for breakfast. So I hope you had a good day. I had a good day. It was really busy though. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and take these potatoes, and I have a gallon-sized self-sealing bag. We're just going to put these in here. Actually, I'm going to do this first. We're going to put some olive oil in here, and then we're going to go ahead and spice it up. I have some seasoned salt, some of that. Some coarse black pepper, some of that. I like a lot of pepper on these potatoes. It makes them really yummy. Some garlic powder because can you have dinner without garlic? I'm thinking not. And some lemon pepper, which has a lot of other seasonings in it, but it'll give them a nice tang. Now we've got that all in there. Kind of mush that up in the bottom. It smells so good. Now I'm going to throw my potatoes right in here, and this couldn't be simpler because I'm all for simple and fast and easy. But I really like to cook for my family during the week, and they appreciate it too because, you know, how many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches can you really eat? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. All that goodness, we're just going to roll these potatoes around in this bag and get them really good and coated. You'll know. You'll see it in there. And if you don't think there's enough oil in there, you maybe put another little sploosh in there. There's plenty of spices, you know, and it's going to bake all on there and get super yummy. Yeah, this looks really good. Now, I have a baking sheet that I have lined with non-stick aluminum foil. This is definitely one of my favorite friends in the kitchen, the non-stick aluminum foil. That and Ziploc bags, how did we live without those? I don't know. I use them for everything. Okay, so just dump your potatoes out, and most of that oil came out with them. Give that a shake and a smack. And then I have preheated my oven to 450 degrees, and I'm just going to toss those right in there. We'll turn the light on. My pan is almost hot enough, and then we're going to get going on these chicken breasts. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's almost to the right point. You can almost see it glistening just enough. I don't know if you can get that on the camera, but I think for those of you who cook, maybe those of you who don't cook, sometimes the oil will shimmer just a certain way, like when you look out at the water or when you look at the heat coming off of the pavement, the oil shimmers just a little bit, then you know it's hot enough. So we're going to take these over here that have been soaking in this delicious sauce. And I'm just going to set them down in the pan. And that's perfect. The pan's not too hot. It's just right. And I'm going to put my lid on to get those steaming. So the more steam that produces, the faster it's going to cook, and it's going to be the moist and tender and delicious. I am going to leave that sauce in the pan, though, a little bit later after we've turned the chicken over and cooked it. We're going to go ahead and brush the rest of that sauce on. So, right now, I'm going to take a break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you where we are. So, we'll be back in a minute.